amazing Kimmie Awards,
Woo!
April 27th through the 29th, and the beautiful Kesha will be there.
Yes,
Thank you so much. How you feel about being there at the Kimmie Awards this year?
Oh, excited. It's my first time, so I'm excited to experience the whole weekend, see the people that come out, get to meet everybody, the behind the scenes,
It's
just to get involved.
Yes. And your beauty secrets before a night like that, what do you do?
Oh, mask. Wow. Oh, honey, I am cucumber sleeping. I am watered down. I am detoxing the night before. I won't
Are
eat
you
for the
serious?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
I will drink tons of water, and I will get all of this
Oh, my God.
out of me by the time we show up. It just helps. It makes you feel good, refreshed.
Yes.
Just do a little detox, little skin regimen. It makes you feel good, even if
That's so true.
even if it does nothing.
Exactly.
I don't know if I'm being to do all of that. That's
It's all in the head.
I
you
love
know?
it.
I mean,
all
I
in
use
your
a towel. I
head.
walk around with the whole
Right.
nine. I think it just makes me feel good.
I know it. It makes me feel good too. I enjoy the beauty
The
and
pampering.
of
Yeah, the
yourself.
pampering of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you were just telling me about your daughter, how you keep her straight.
Oh yeah, she loves it, and you know what? She'll do her robe, and she gets her little robe on, and she likes her towel on her head. She likes to feel like she's in the spot too. She loves it.
That is
So
too
you train her from the baby on up.
Take care by herself. It's
Yes.
all about
Yes,
self. I want her to treat herself really good and know how to do that. No one really taught us how
Right.
to do that.
Right.
That's so
You know,
true.
we learned along the way.
Yeah.
But I got it.
You got
Thank
it.
God.
That is the point. You got it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, don't cry over spilled milk. Just get on board.
Right.
Yes,
And
right.
ride the train.
Yeah, it rides the train.
Wow. It was exciting really to meet you at Brunner Brothers 2018 this past, actually last month.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing spirit. And many people know you from WAGs on television, but you're also an entrepreneur, a husband, you're a wife, you're a mother, you do a lot of things. So just tell us, first of all, how did you get into television and why do you think that was just such a great platform for you?
Well, we've kind of always been in the circle, in the limelight. For us, we were experiencing our last season in Miami Dolphins, and a lot of the girls on our team, WAGs was just coming about, the second franchise in Miami. We already had a LA franchise that started,
Right.
and a lot of our teammates and their wives and girlfriends were kind of auditioning, going out, or doing the tape. So we thought, oh, that's cool. We would probably do that. But here's the thing: we knew we were on our last couple years in the league, and so we figured, oh well, we're not gonna get too involved. Well, they approached us afterwards and told, even with Miami, but afterwards, and told us about Atlanta. So we thought, well, this will be a good platform to tell our story, because I don't think people realize like what's the ugly truth and what's behind the scenes after post football, going through it, when you do have the circle, when you
Right.
don't,
Right.
and just the things you experience and how you got to pick up in life and just work. I mean, you still got to pick up in life. Life keeps moving.
It does.
With or without the NFL, with or without what you're used to, you just have to keep moving for your family. And we were willing to show our side of that.
Wow.
That's great. And so, you being a woman of power, a mother, and all that you do, how do you use that platform to spring forward the younger generation?
Oh, talk. I mean,
Oh.
I think this is the deal. Back in the day, they kind of swept stuff under the rug. And now we're in a generation and we have platforms and we have social media and we have all these things that our voice matters. And you get to tell people that just don't talk and kind of like go on with their life, they don't really understand how much it not only affects them, but everybody else.
Exactly.
Once you just speak up, speak out, someone can always relate. It doesn't have to, nothing has to be right. There's no right or wrong. It's about what works.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh,
I love
like
that. No
Yeah.
right or wrong. Just
About
start
what
with-
works. That's
And
how
you
we
speak
go.
your mind on the show.
And I'm not gonna stop. I don't
You
think I
speak
have
your
that in there.
So, while you're speaking your mind, speak to the young women that may be listening to us why you got into entrepreneurship and why it's so important to really just on your own, do what you do.
Yeah, I think it's important mostly just to know yourself. Here's the deal. For the longest, people always shun me down. Like, even where I come from, it's just kind of like, people are like, you just don't belong. Like, you're just too much. I was always the too much person. Whether I talk too much, whether I'm too much energy, whether whatever, it's just the too much, right? So when you're kind of dumbed down a little, you think, well, I should mingle in. I should get the 9 to 5. I should not go to college and want to do my dreams. I should go and pick a safe career because my parents are traditional. They're conservatives. And you get a job and get a husband and where are the grandkids and let's go in life with your responsibility.
Right.
So I remember going against the grain so many times, and even going to New York to my artistry school. I went ahead and went to school for IT to have a fallback plan just to shut people up. And I think for the young world, the young girls, some people, I feel like the millenniums have a little problem with proving themselves. Well, here's a rude awakening. Everybody prove themselves.
Exactly.
Everybody has to prove themselves. We have to prove ourselves to ourselves just to get that, because that gains confidence. It gains confidence to say, I can do that. I did it. So you can't take that from me because I was there. I did it, you know?
Right.
So I think just believing in yourself and knowing yourself, you're going to figure out what you want to do. Whether that, it's okay to have doctors and nurses and 9-to-5s and other people. It's also okay to own your own, and it's okay to like yourself and think you can actually make it yourself. And you can produce the product or sell the brand, or you can do it too.
Sell it.
Yeah, like you have the mental capacity to do it too.
Anything you want.
Anything you want. Like God really gives us all the tools. We just don't tap into it.
Don't tap because they put all this fake in front of us.
Oh yeah, and it's very easy to blame things on distractions. But here's the thing again.
Here's the thing.
We have to take responsibilities for ourselves, and I learned that along the way. Even working in healthcare, I was an IT consultant, and everybody will beat in your head, and these doctors will beat in patient care. Like, you are your own patient care. Like, you have to be responsible for yourself and your own health. That's why we're changing the way of the world to be able to access your charts and access your own health reports, So you have to take responsibility for yourself. And that's just a part of where we're growing to, where society is growing to. It's no more blame game. It's just all about self-heal. Do it for you. Because no one has time to do it for you.
Right.
I mean, we're fighting our battle. We're trying to get our kids to be equipped to do it for themselves.
Exactly.
So I definitely don't have time for a grown person to help you
That's right.
do it for you.
Right. Oh my God, you are another thinker. You're a brilliant woman. That takes me back to why it's important to go to Kimmie Awards, because we're doing an empowerment session, which really is about creating a think tank for young African Americans or people of color to come together to really talk about what we need to do as a unit, what we need to do individually to be our best selves.
I agree.
And so this is phenomenal. Keisha,
Absolutely.
it's going to be phenomenal to have you at Kimmie Awards 2018
Thanks,
because
guys.
you are speaking the language. You are
Yes.
speaking the language that many millennials, even any generation, need to know today. Because we can't depend on no one else, but we're the most important asset.
The beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Period.
And we have to nurture our culture.
Yes.
I think here's the deal. No one's nurtured us for a long, long, long time, if they ever have.
Right.
So now is the time to gloves off. Let's quit fighting the battles. Let's quit blaming. Let's nurture each other. Men, women, black, of color. Let's nurture each other, guys, because that's what's really going to push you forward. Move the needle.
Forward movement.
Move the needle.
Oh my God, I
Forward
like
movement.
Let's nurture each other.
Yes.
We haven't been nurturing.
Oh my God.
Nurture. Oh my goodness, I like it. So how can they find you on social media?
Oh, you can find me on social media at Kesha Denise, and you can go to my website. It's KeshaDenise.com, and I just recently wrote a book, so you'll find it there. 30 things you need to know to be the ultimate catch. So it's about being your ultimate self, just things that we do in our everyday lives to just, like I said, move the needle and be our ultimate self. Because when you're the ultimate self, you're the ultimate catch, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's good.
Oh
Right.
my gosh, you got so
All of
many
it go
phrases
together.
that
All of it goes
I'm
together.
really liking. Yes.
Oh, good. I'm going to
And
keep
it's
up.
Keisha.
Good, I'm gonna keep going.
So I want to make everybody, because
Oh, yeah, no I. No I. It's like Kesha, right? Let me piggyback on Kesha.
So it's Kesha.
Yes.
Nice.
Denise.
Yes.
Denise.
Likewise. Yes, Denise.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure you pick up your Sheen magazine at Books A Million, Target, Walgreens, Walmart, and of course make sure you go online to SheenMagazine.com and make sure you're getting your tickets for the Kimmie Awards April 27th through the 29th at the Marriott Marquis in Atlanta, Georgia.
Copy of Sheen Magazine at your local Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, and Books A Million. Visit www.sheenmagazine.com to subscribe today.